All right, so now I'm gonna call this one choosing a project car. Now, we all know choosing a project car, it all stems from your budget and what you can afford. Now, out of all the cars I've owned, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had a Charger for my first project car, I probably would have never got into this thing, because that Charger has been a pain in the ass. I have to go on talk about that little issue later in the video, but Mustang wasn't too hard. Cuda wasn't too hard to do body work. And I have to give it props to people that do body work for a living. I mean, I do body work. I went to school for that and for mechanical repair. But right now, I swear my patience for it is just not really there, because I don't know. I kind of get frustrated at times. I just want to get the shit done. So I would get it good and then just keep pushing through it. I will just continue to do something else, because body work is very tedious, time consuming, and it's really repetitive. Like, blocking and sanding, you got to prime it, sand it, and reprime it, find your highs and lows. So I have to give props to people that do it professionally and has the patience for it, because honestly, I mean, I'll do it for myself, but my patience for it is just not really there. So yeah, but if I was going to choose a project car and I had, I'd say about $5,000, I'd probably go off of my 92 coupe. Even though they are starting to get a little pricey now in the value, but you could probably find one for probably about $2,000, $3,000 maybe, if they're not ridiculously high now. Like when I got this had no motor. Actually, it did have a drivetrain, but it was an inline. It was an inline four banger, and it was pretty tired because I was driving it as is once I got it running. And then I blew out the seals out of the transmission. It was just leaking training fluid when I was coming home, because the guy's like, "Hey man, your thing is leaking." I said, "Oh, it's just burning some oil." And then when I got here, I said, "Oh man, it was really smoking." But anyways, I will go after this because the body work ain't too hard. Like right here, it had hit. I didn't fix it. Once I put some Bondo on it, that'll be fixed. Here, my dumbass forgot the hood, so it pulled up and then it hit there. Thank God I didn't break my windshield, but yeah, you couldn't even tell it was hit. But yeah, this would probably be a nice project car for someone that's looking in here, like an 80s or 90s. Now, if you got about 10,000 or more, now you can start coming into these 60s. I mean, it's probably gonna be rusted to hell for a $10,000 project car, but if you got the time and patience for it, you can do it. But most people say you're kind of wasting your time, because you have to put a lot of work in, and by the time you're done, you could have probably bought a fully restored car. But sometimes people want to learn how to do some of this stuff, and it's hard but not hard at the same time, because if you take your time, you could do it. Or if you rush through it, you already know, you rush through any job, there's going to be errors. Some errors might be small, some errors might be large, but it all depends on you. Like, my Cuda wasn't too bad. I probably could have saved a lot more on the restoration if I didn't do the 71 Cuda clone. Because honestly, the only thing I'd have changed is quarter panel roof, because I didn't want the stupid sunroof. So quarter panels, I changed the tail light to the 70 through 71 Cuda, as you can see, and then the trunk pan, and that was it. This was pretty easy. Oh, and then I did do the door skins, but if I didn't do this, I would have saved a lot more money than doing this mod. But yeah, this would have been not too hard project, because how the body was, it was pretty, I wouldn't say rust free, but it was not something crucial like my Charger was. And oops, I almost tripped. Yeah, I can't turn my light on. But yeah, but now if you get like a Charger like this, it's gonna be more intense, because Mopars, they're notorious for some of their rust. All three of these cars are notorious, even the Mustang, because the Mustang, those things are known to rust in the shock towers. Thank God mine wasn't, because, well, it wouldn't have mattered because I yanked the engine out, so I would have had to repair it while I was out. But like this, I had to do quarter panels, I had to do trunk pans, drop off pans, what's the joint called again? Damn, the quarter valance. What else I gotta do? The rear valance, floor pans, frame rail. And let me go talk about the frame rail while this Charger. Like, I'll say 90% done with the body work, but something came back to haunt me when I was doing the body work on this Charger. So I gotta basically, kind of, dang, I hit something here. So basically, it's hard to see, but this side of the frame rail is like raised by maybe, I'll say maybe an inch or two, and that inch or two done screwed me because I can't get the rear, how can I say, the rear bumper to sit in right. Like if I get it in, it's too high on the right side. So basically I'm gonna have to drill the spot welds out that I did. Dang, I can't turn my light on. Let me see if I can turn my light on. There we go. I have to drill out my spot welds, and then I have to basically like bring the frame rail down. So what I'm also gonna do, I'm gonna put because it kind of sucked, I did on my driveway and I didn't have the car rail leveled, so I think that's probably what might have did. That's probably what it did do it. So I'm gonna have to drill this out, bring the frame rail down to match the driver's side frame rail, and that should do me in. It's gonna probably be a pain in the butt, but I gotta do it if I want this car to be right. But everything else is okay except that. I still gotta finish up some of the floor, but the floor is not hard. Then I gotta do some patches in the front, and I got the box of suspension over there that I gotta install. But before I even install that, I'm gonna put it on jack stand, wire wheel the hole underneath, and then paint it and all that good stuff. So I ain't gotta worry about the rust under there. So I'm done. I'm trying to bang it out before it gets too cold out here. So hopefully next week I could do it. I've been busy this week working on people's cars, changing brakes and all that kind of stuff. So I got caught up. So yeah, if you want a project car, honestly, if you got like $5,000, I would recommend get you like an 80s or 90s. Now I love the 60s and 70 muscle cars, but I guess I was at the right place and the right time to get these cars, because you can't. Where are you gonna find a Charger fully loaded, meaning it has everything, drivetrain and all that, for $7,500? You can't find that anymore. Not no damn Charger. The Cuda I paid $5 for. Like, where are you gonna find that? Mustang I paid $10. Really I'm gonna pay $5 because I sold my other one for $5, so I paid $5 for that, but it was $10 total, and that was damn near 10 years ago. So trying to find a 69 running, driving, turnkey ready with minimal rust. All I had to change on that was a taillight panel, quarter panels on both sides, outer wheel well. Yeah, that was it. I did change, I think the driver side door I did change, but you can't find no 69 running and driving fastback at that for no 10 grand these days. But yeah, I'm just making this quick video, project cars. But yeah, more to come. Stay tuned. Peace.